Why, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to possibly our final throwdown in the Shark Tank. Hello, hello.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, alrighty, jumping right back into things as they were. Interestingly, no one's taken any damage. You guys have been rolling quite well. Let's hope
don't
to...
say that. Knock on wood.
I know, right? Go find some... Fortunately, you're in a fairly nice mansion, so there is plenty of wood to knock on. You're safe for now until the beavers come by and eat all the wood. Sorry.
Man, those freaking beavers again.
Roxanne summons a bunch of shadow beavers.
Can that be my next character?
Just a beaver?
Just a beaver.
Sure.
Are you saying Justin Bieber?
Close enough. Alrighty. Our very last scene was a group of Roxanne's shadows jumping at Radia. She then summons the dragon from her little, I believe it was it a little brooch, a little necklace?
Necklace.
Excellent. And it effectively stopped the attack. Roxanne and Moya are down in the basement, and Xander has Jasper, for the time being, currently under wraps.
Boy, Jasper, you need to chill out, mate.
And as that happened, well, the enforcers, like I said, don't really like that too much, so they're starting to move towards you, Xander. And realistically, Radia, I don't believe you actually did anything. You just summoned your dragon. So what would you like?
Correct, and
we stopped on her.
Paused.
Yeah, she was doing something, and we paused.
I was summoning basically to block off the shadow person's beeline to me. Well, if it was planning on doing something to me, it's going to end up doing it to the dragon first.
So they definitely mean to do you harm.
Shiny, golden, glowy scales stun it in the sunlight again. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you are strong in the sunlight. That is a very good point. So they definitely mean to do you harm. So defending in this game isn't necessarily an action. So you can move, you can do something to attack them or restrain them further. You can have the dragon restrain them, of course. But defending is a reaction after I said I have attacked you. So they're only intending to currently attack. So as you see them charging for you with dragon in the way, Radia, what's your immediate reaction?
To have him intercept anything that's coming towards me.
Sure.
Now, are these shadows actually like physical forms, or are they just poof? They're just dust or air.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I think they can swap at will.
Okay, and be swapped back.
Yeah.
Are all your shadow people you know, or?
No, I think there's some of them. Probably most of them are random people I just picked up by accident.
So Jasper's the only one that's like a relative or whatever?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Radia, trying to hold them back then. Go ahead and go toe to toe. And you can, of course, use your dragon tags now, since the boy is here.
Oh, claws, fierce, solar powered.
You have the light. I would also say, go ahead and use that weakness tag. Oh, look, a shiny, because this is a very shiny room. There's not just the light. I mean, there's like rich shit everywhere.
Oh, God.
Excellent. We got an 8. Make sure you mark experience, by the way, on your pet dragon. Experience is attention. So mark 1 attention to pet dragon. We can choose one thing, and that one thing is, I'm assuming you managed to achieve your goal, aka kind of restrain them a bit.
Where's the restrain?
Mechanically, you're restraining them. So basically, to quickly explain, when you guys say I want to do something like hold someone down quickly, because of course you can actually CC someone and get them out of the fight by going toe to toe and giving them the status of restrained 2. That also works. If you want to go that route, you also can, and after you've built up enough status on this shadow of restrained specifically, they will be out of the fight. If you want to go that route, you can do that.
Sure.
So we'll go ahead and do that. They are now restrained 2. All right, so the dragon is beginning to kind of hold them down and hold them back. There are, you did say 5, correct, Roxanne?
Yeah. The 5th one, the littlest one who has yet to make an appearance. I don't know if he's human, by the way. He might be something else. I just kind of found him somewhere. He's gonna chomp the dragon's tail.
Alrighty, that nasty little boy.
Are me and her still downstairs, though?
Yes, very much so. And while he's doing that, 1 or 2 of the shadows manage to sneak by Radia, and they strike out at you. Roxanne, one of these shadows, describe them, like, what's their attack look like?
All right, hang on.
While Roxanne is thinking, Radia, you're going to be rolling face danger against something physical. They're going to be hitting you with something, so get ready to roll that.
I don't have any defensive things so much, do I?
I don't believe so. Last time we discussed this, I believe you just roll as is, and that's perfectly fine. We'll wait for her to decide what it is, and then you can go ahead and roll that. Actually, one thing you can select is the scene tag, a bright light. Go ahead and select that. The bright light will be distracting them.
Okay, how many shadows are going after Radiah?
There's a group of 5 of them all running, and some of them are caught up in the dragon, and some are going to sneak by. The ones that are sneaking by, what are they doing?
This one's a brawler, and he's a swordmaster.
Swordmaster. Okay. So as the dragon jumps in the way and the little cat one leaps to its tail and begins to gnaw on it, dragon is somewhat distracted. The one with the blade dives under the wing of the dragon and does kind of a 360 just spin as he jumps forward, this shadow. Charging for you, Radiah. They draw this shadow blade and slash out against you. Go ahead and roll me face danger.
And I cast a spell as a wind buffet knockback thing.
Very much so, yes.
I guess that's all I can add then to that.
Alrighty, excellent. With an 8, we have a mixed success. Ooh, nice dice. With that, you'll go ahead and take only 1 harm, because we'll take the status -1. There are 5 of them, so they don't do that much damage. So I'm just going to call it cut 1. So he dives by, but you're able to blast your wind and divert the blade just enough that it only nicks the outside of your arm. And while there's a whole bunch of nonsense over here going on, Xander and Moyer, any y'all got a plan?
I want to know if I can use my abilities to maybe see what happens. I just want to. I need to know how to stop it, but obviously she can't talk about it.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say Roxanne, think very loudly right now, and then I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to. I'm just gonna figure it out.
Alrighty, while you're grappling the shit out of her, go ahead and roll me investigate, but specifically use tags that would be looking into Roxanne and not the other ones. Probably your spookier ones. And with this one, definitely use the weakness disturbing imagery.
Yeah. I don't know if self-fulfilling prophecy would work. Would it?
With this one, no.
What's the light like?
Oh, it's basically pitch black down here.
All right.
Excellent. We got a 12. All right, go ahead and mark attention to Mothman prophecies. All right, so not what precisely do you want to know, Moira, but in general, you want to know like what's going on with Roxanne?
I want to know what's going on with her, but in a way that I can figure out how to get her out from under it.
Slap some sense into her.
Okay. Effectively, while she's not mind controlled in the traditional sense, she is 100% being controlled. The contract,
like the laser pizza guys.
Yes, in a way, except worse, much worse. And part of this imagery that you're seeing is indeed that. It's horrible things that's both happened to Roxanne in her past and worse things that could happen in her future were she to break this on her own volition, basically. It's effectively a contract, like she mentioned before, that she cannot break. She cannot tell you guys how to break it. You know, just like looking at it and seeing how it was applied effectively. I guess I'll give you a couple answers here, basically. But she can't say no to this unless she wants something very bad to happen. And also, she might forget the information that she gained. And you know it's very, very dear to her to know this.
So, out of curiosity, is everything she's doing right now out of her own free volition other than like being under the contract? Like, does she know that she's doing this, or is she being mind controlled to do this?
Isn't it somewhere like she's aware of it, but she can't stop herself?
She can, but stopping herself would violate this contract, which wouldn't just deny her the information. It would also be incredibly painful to the point where it might sever her connection with Jasper, the other shadows, or other things like her memories. So she basically signed up for a deal that is a bit rough. Maybe she didn't understand the extent of it. But
so what you're saying is technically she didn't want to step in our way, but she had to because the contract would have harmed her in a sense.
Very, very badly, yes. You can also see, Moira, that, of course, she is attempting her best to fight against whatever this is.
Is there anything I can use to snap her out of it, to get her free?
Directly, it would be incredibly difficult. You do know that knocking her out for a moment, or her failing, technically, to do whatever this thing is, could potentially break the contract. He just said you need to work for me or do something for me. That something is preventing you guys from getting in. Now, obviously, opening the doors won't break the contract, but getting past her failing in this mission could effectively break it. but not because she wanted it to, because she failed.
I'm gonna.
So would that harm her, or
You're not sure. It will be because she's not doing it on purpose. If it does harm her, it'd be much less.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna tie her up.
so the mission is just to stop us from getting into the room, correct?
Correct. When you say tie her up, Moira, what do you mean exactly?
You know,
Some light
Full-
bondage.
full on shibari.
Okay.
Stuff.
Do you have
No,
rope?
I'm just kidding.
You have rope on you?
Why wouldn't I have rope on me?
I mean, like every other campaign, there's someone.
There
gonna get
is.
tied up.
There is. That's a good point. Hopefully this doesn't backfire on you. I'm not going to question why you have
The
rope on
goes
you.
around her.
I'm not going to question why you have rope on you, but you can definitely prepare that.
You don't need to know. It's a secret.
This is a very common theme in our games.
Indeed,
That
unfortunately.
I just happen to have stuff?
No, tying people up.
Well, oh, whoa.
Whether it's happened to you like 3 times, whether it be tentacles, or like some plant monster, or an octopus, or it's just how the game goes, apparently. I think something also happened in our space game. Anyway, when you see this, Moira, after your vision pulls out from Roxanne, you can see desperation in her eyes. And she's still trying to mouth something but can't. And it looks as if whatever this compulsion is starting to kind of get to her. And she, once again, winces. Xander, did you have your thing planned, what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
All right, what you doing?
Pretty much I'm going to see both bouncer guys coming at me or whatever. And I'm going to kind of like cock my arms in a sense. And then I'm going to like magicify, like pretty much rock'em sock'em arms out of my arms and double punch them.
Go for it. Sounds like go to with me. Do the thing. Get to punching. Alrighty, a 12.
What's the difference between it? Like, okay, so obviously I'm going to pick you block, dodge, counter, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But what if I pick this one over this one?
Okay, so managing to achieve your goal would be taking something from them, something along those lines. Hurting them is what you're trying to do. So if you all you wanted to do,
want to do that.
yes,
I'm trying to hurt them.
Right, that would be status. If you're trying to knock them away but not hurt them, as in like technically CC them for a round, like knock them against the wall, that would be the first option. Your goal was to move them away from you.
Okay, I want to do this then.
Excellent. Okay, so I will say because there are 2 of them, one of them's going to sneak by, but their attack's going to be much less effective. So
That's fine.
they indeed move in because they're collective. There's 2 of them here.
All right, so they're gonna like walk up to me and I'm like, "Oh, so you guys want to get in a little brawl, do you?" And I'll just like do some magic with my fingers and I'm like, "How about the double whammy?" And I punch one, I give them a good uppercut to the chin, and I go to punch the other, and they like breezily, like just slightly dodge it.
Yeah, just barely moving out of the way. They rush in, and as they do, they kind of skirt along the side of the room, and in one motion, they grab a rather large wooden like side table, smash it against the wall for an impromptu weapon, and they
I think this is WWE.
basically charge at you, going for an overhand smash to whack into you, Xander. Go ahead and roll me a face danger.
And I can't use good in a brawl again, right?
Correct. Alrighty. Fortunately, it's not the end of the world. It's a table, but it's not the biggest table in the world. They do indeed charge at you though, and they get you right across the face, Xander, and it smashes through your magical shield, and you actually go hurtling backwards, and you smash into the spiral staircase that you just came down, breaking through the banister and actually taking a chunk out of the stairs themselves. The other one that you uppercutted also gets up and begins to move towards you.
I'm gonna spit blood out and be like, "Oh, is that how you guys want to do it? All right, I'm taking the kitty gloves off."
And with that, you'll get smacked dose.
Can you describe this cage Jasper's in?
Xander, what's the cage look like?
It's kind of like a light bird cage, just because I want him to not attack me.
So
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just like, hey, chill out. This is timeout. Timeout, Jasper. Go to timeout.
It's made of pure light, no shadows anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's just pure light.
Okie dokes.
Yeah, effectively Jasper can break out of this, but he's stuck effectively for 1 second longer, basically, than he can break out. Well, what's Jasper doing? How's he trying to break out?
I mean, if there's no shadows connecting anywhere to like the bottom of the cage, then I'd probably just have him manhandle the bars open.
All right, he is trying his damnedest to get out. Knowing that you're now away, You can feel that Jasper's starting to panic because he wants to get back to you and protect you, Roxanne, but he's torn between giving Xander a good smack. And Radaya and Moira, either of you ready to take action?
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap her up.
Alrighty.
Present.
We'll go ahead and have you roll that first while Radaya is preparing her thing. Are you basically just literally just grappling her down? Don't move.
Yeah, I'm getting her in a solid figure 4 lock or something.
So that's straight up go toe to toe. Go for it.
And then hopefully once she's a little tied down, I'll actually tie her down.
Oh. And while she's doing that, Roxanne, do you know what you want your shadows on the outside to do?
Can I use better in low light?
For wrapping someone up, no. That would be your like abilities.
Could this be a self-defense move? You know what? It is actually.
Yes.
As a martial artist, I feel fully confident that it could be considered a self-defense move.
All right, this one with the face, I want her to be better at using shadows than I am. So I'm gonna have her give Jasper like a shadow whip to get out.
Alrighty, interesting.
And then I guess I'll have the other two. Were they attacking the dragon or Radaya last time?
One of them, the sword boy, snuck by to Radaya, and the dragon got in the way to the other ones.
All right, the other ones will focus on holding down the dragon, and sword boy will go after Radaya again.
All right, sounds like a plan. Go ahead and mark experience there, Moira, for occasional openings. And
Thank you. I've now gotten. I've now leveled up.
Oh, congratulations. Well, we'll hold on to that one. Alrighty, and with that, we'll throw on grappled 2 to you, Roxanne. Moira's holding you down, and as she's attempting to grapple you and like pin you, Roxanne, what are you doing?
I'm attempting to grab the rope and tie her up instead.
Excuse me?
Rope battle!
Counter rope!
I'm very flexible as a martial artist, so
All right.
it won't work, but go on.
It won't stop me from trying.
But if history repeats itself, you will be tied up.
Yes.
Alrighty. Are you literally trying to tie her up, Roxanne? Do you have like shadow whips you can grab onto her with?
All right. Xander brought up a good point. You said this is pitch black.
Down there, yeah. There's no light. You're in a basement.
I think that Roxanne's low light abilities and my low light abilities cancel each other out, so it doesn't even matter.
Of course, you guys can define this how you wish. I personally think that Roxanne's abilities work well when there's light to make the shadows darker, and Moira, yours work, period. If you're in the dark, they just work. But too much light can screw you over.
Yeah,
That's so
I'm
valid.
going to agree.
Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, which is actually funny.
I take it back.
Moira, you're good in pitch black, Roxanne's good in half and half, and Radaya's good in pure light.
You know, I think that's a really
and I'm good wherever.
I'm just good.
I don't know about that.
That actually makes a lot of sense. So
yeah, so Roxanne, if you want that to nerf you a little bit and you realize you don't have as like good control down here of your shadows, you can turn a light on. There is light down here, and you are where you didn't physically move to it, of course, but there is a light switch.
I turn it off with my massive wingspan.
Okay, in that case, yes, I'm going for the light.
Okay, as you guys are kind of fighting over this, you don't have her fully grappled, Moira, and Roxanne's clearly trying to get to the light to turn the light on to empower her shadows further. While that's happening, Radaya, you got Sword Boy coming at you. Your dragon is grappling the other 4. What do you do?
Oh, there's one chomping on his tail. I mentally talk to him to swing that tail to knock that thing off its tail into the sword boy coming after me.
Excellent. All right, roll go toe to toe.
I assume, since the dragons evolved the sharp claws and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the dragon is indeed the one doing this. Won't use the weakness this time because he's more focused. His tail's being chomped on.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, a 15! 6 plus 3. Okay. Alrighty, we will say with this, they are indeed...
Well, my little boy is, he has strong jaws, but I think that beats it.
Yeah, a bit. The dragon is doing a wonderful job grappling and just holding these guys down, whipping...
That's so sexy of you, Radaya.
Very,
roll that.
Very powerful, incredibly powerful. You whip this little cat kid into the sword guy, right? He's literally like 6 inches from you, about to draw his blade, and he's smashed down into the ground. You can feel the flooring rumble and creak under the weight of your dragon as it starts whipping around and gets into a better position, right? So you're able to move back a bit and get a better view of what's going on here. The shadows are effectively, they're not out of the fight completely, but they're very close to being out of the fight completely. They are not doing so hot. Roxanne, you can feel that. Xander, as you're standing, the dust around you is settling. What do? You see Jasper's has a whip now, and he's slowly breaking his way out of this cage, while the other two enforcers are walking towards you.
I'm going to pull my sword out, the magical one that I inscripted some magical stuff onto, and I'm going to go to the one that smacked me, and I'm going to slash at him in a way where I'm not trying to kill him, but I'm still trying to hurt him. I know points on the body where I can cut, where it's not going to be very good for them.
When we're playing this game, you can very much think anime or superhero logic. These guys are beefy enough that you can wonk the shit out of them and probably not kill them, so you're good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So I look at the guy with the thing. Does he still have a weapon, or did it completely get smashed when he hit me?
When he knocked you upside the head, it exploded in his hands, but he liked it so much he's going for a chair.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna snap my fingers, right, as I pull my sword out, and as I do that, my sword is going to illuminate in fire. And I'm going to slash at him.
I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to ask you to roll. Go toe-to-toe. Also, for negatives, you will select Smacked 2 for this one. This should be your tag. Should be the very top status.
So I'm highlighting Eye of Azar because I'm activating my magic on my sword.
That makes sense, yeah. Excellent. We got an 11 with this one. All right, so we're moving into take out the underworld in full, say yes?
Yeah.
One of them will be removed from the battle. So
the bloke with the thing who hit me, or
yeah, the one with the futons running at you. Yeah, ottoman, more of an ottoman than a futon. Sorry, futons are huge. Yeah, what's this look like as he's charging at you with this ottoman?
All right, so he charges me with the ottoman, right, and I'm gonna slice up with my sword, and I'm gonna cut it in half, and you see embers illuminate and flicker off, and he's gonna freak out, and I'm gonna slash him on his a chest, but not deep, but it's going to cut him, and I'm going to cut his Achilles heel, and I'm going to do like a spinning roundhouse kick and knock him out on the ground.
All right, as you slash past this guy, you end up near the other one that is currently technically doing all right, but they'll look in their eyes like, shit, all right, and they turn as if to like go back into the room. So you've clearly freaked them out as the other one's kind of just falls over and thuds into the ground. Moira, Roxanne is dragging her way towards this light, and you're still attempting to grapple her. What do?
Can I?
You can continue grappling. Once this has maxed out, she's considered grappled. So she's currently grappled 2.
And what do I need to do?
You can just grapple her. You can just do it again. The same thing you did last time. You're continuing down the same avenue, so you can do that.
But do I need to do different tags?
You didn't defend yourself, so technically, yes.
You know what? I've got a good feeling about this.
And you don't need to use the negatives for this one.
Can I use my massive wingspan to help?
For this specifically, I'll
just
go ahead
for,
and
like,
say
the narrative.
Yeah, I'll say for this one specifically, yeah, because you're both trying to grapple her and like pull her back and prevent her from getting across the room.
Okay. Use situational awareness. Can't really use hard kicks for that.
No.
All right, I guess I'll go with that.
Excellent. An 8. Perfect. All right. So that'll bring you to grappled 3, Roxanne. And you are basically pinned. We're selecting the middle option, which is do damage. So you can effectively do something back. While you're being grappled, Roxanne, you can tell that you're not getting anywhere. She basically has you. Effectively, this will not knock you out, but she's going to put you in a position where she can tie you up if she wishes, which will effectively take you out of the fight, at least temporarily. But you see a window where you can strike, Roxanne. What do?
I see a window, huh? What can I strike it with?
You are in a basement.
The window is it a window outdoors or a window of opportunity?
A window of opportunity that is Moira's face. You can swing at her if you wish. There's a whole bunch of shit down in here in this room. You are in a basement. It's a storage basement. It's difficult to tell though because it's pitch black. So maybe there's like cans and boxes and things of that nature.
Well, I'm brainwashed, so I will take a swing.
Just punching?
Yes, because subconscious me doesn't want to do too much damage.
Fair enough. All right, roll face danger, Moira.
Do I add anything to face danger, or do I just roll it?
You roll face danger with tags that are for this specific situation, which is being punched in the face while grappling. So self-defense makes sense.
I guess I can't use hard kicks.
No, you are basically holding her and then stopping her from punching you in the face. All right, she goes for a quick whump to your face, and we're going to reduce it by 1. As Roxanne does kind of sneak by and stick you across the jaw, Moira, you're able to wriggle around a bit so it doesn't hurt quite as much. And as you guys are kind of rolling about and getting closer and closer to this door to turn the light on, you push her back and you can slam into one of these shelves, and you knock over all these cans and boxes and things. They clatter to the floor, kind of pinning Roxanne's legs as you were like holding her arms, and Roxanne cannot move, and she's effectively stuck.
I yelled Jasper's name.
I cover her mouth.
Jasper!
You gotta cover her mouth, as you are indeed close, but she does get just enough of a whimper out right as he is indeed breaking out of this cage, and he warps down to you, Roxanne, to see you held down and restrained. But you can tell, Moira, that Jasper should probably be able to see you. It is pitch black down here, and he's not going straight to Roxanne. He's like looking around, and you feel like you can. Yes, he's across the room currently.
Is he under control of her? Does he listen to her?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But does he listen to her because he wants to help her? Or does he listen to her because he's compelled?
From what you've seen, a little bit of both, but you haven't seen enough of Jasper yet. You're not sure.
I'm like, hey, Jasper.
He looks around the dark room and turns to where the sound came from.
Trying to get your sister out of a bad situation right now. I don't think you want to come down here.
Well, I'm already down here. The situation looks pretty rough.
It is pretty rough. But either you can help me subdue her, or you can leave the room.
He takes a few steps forward, almost as if he's intentionally delaying. And looking down, he can finally see Roxanne. Your eyes glow and turn to him. He says, "You think you can help?"
I say, yeah, I think I can help.
Well, what are you doing, Roxanne, while this is happening?
Trying to break free so I can complete my goal.
All right. He locks eyes with you, Moira. He reaches his arm back, and you can just see shadows just whirling around it. It almost like looks like he's wielding some sort of clawed fist weapon. And he says, "If you're going to help, do it quick." And he very swiftly dashes for you. And like I said, you can technically, quote unquote, finish off Roxanne here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
I'll give you a scene tag of pinned, which is basically all the shit that fell on top of Roxanne. You can use this to assist yourself with pinning her down.
Yeah, I'll do that. So, what is that? Hit with all you got? Or something? Or just toe-to-toe still? Face danger? What am I doing?
Hit it with all you got, because Roxanne's currently pinned, and I would say you're somewhat strained trying to connect everybody, right? Roll your shadows.
Yes, I'm definitely mentally taxed right now.
All right, yeah, then definitely go with that one. Alrighty.
Man, even with all of those.
That's good. That's exactly what you needed.
All right.
And with that, Roxanne, you are fully restrained. Moira, you're able to kind of grab onto Roxanne and just like twist her entire body under this just pile of goods and whatever the hell's down here. It's very difficult to tell. And you take her and yourself rolling and pivoting away from whatever Jasper's attack was, and you can hear whatever he was able to form in his hand just rake against the metal as it makes this loud screeching sound that is very abrasive to the ears, and he misses both you and Roxanne. And in this moment, as she is indeed under pretty heavy stress, you can feel yourself kind of fading for a moment, Roxanne.
What do you mean fading?
Not really being knocked out necessarily, but your objective is, well, not going so hot, we'll say.
Failing.
Indeed. The shadows we have upstairs, Radia, that are all over Dragon, they kind of fall off and they fade away. They wisp into sand, it looks like. And Xander, you see the one underworld enforcer basically running all the way to the door to open it, and they put their hands on the knobs right as you're kind of catching up to them. And Jasper turns as he stops. He dispels whatever this weapon is. And he's just past you now, Moria, so he flicks the light on. And you guys can see you definitely did a little number in this room. And Roxanne, you have a horrible headache now. It's worse than whatever was affecting you physically before. So I'm going to switch out your grappled for headache 3.
Am I able to stop the bouncer?
You very much are, yes. You can go and roll go toe to toe if you want to stop them from opening the door. You know what? No. Roll hit what you got. They're not facing you. They're attempting to run away. One of them is basically when you have a clear shot, you can use your abilities to the full potential as opposed to literally going toe to toe with somebody. They're trying to escape from you, aka they're an open target. And Roxanne, how do you see yourself breaking free of this compulsion?
Sheer force of will. I want to stop fighting my friends because clearly I picked good ones because I can't beat them.
You're slowly shaking off. The compulsion isn't fully going away, but you can feel Moira with her basically beating down on you and Jasper coming down to rescue you and whatever was going on upstairs. It's very difficult to tell, of course, that it's kind of still there, but it's fading. You have this horrible headache. The visions and Moira's little quirk that she's able to use on you, it was incredibly distracting and slowed down or stopped your connection, whatever it was. Made your job a lot harder.
Okay.
All right, Xander, what you doing?
Pretty much I'm going to look at him and be like, not so fast, mate. And I'm going to pretty much spirit gun him in the back.
Nice. Excellent. All right, this will be enough tier to indeed knock them out. But as you do, they grab onto the handles and they begin to turn them. You guys could hear faded music prior to this as they're struck in the back and go flying through this now open door. The music meets you all, and it's not quiet, and there is quite a bit going on in this room. For reference, Moira and Roxanne, of course you can just zip your way back up if you wish, but there is a set of stairs that will go back into that main room you guys were just in.
And
Wait,
Snap, we're getting a map.
so am I free?
Temporarily, you are free. You're going to have a debuff on you called Headache, Roxanne. That's basically going to give you a -3 to everything, and I will slowly lower it every turn, if you will, and you'll be better in no time.
All right, I'm going to attempt to stumble up the stairs, and Jasper will help me up.
Yes, he's got his arm around you as he's helping you up the stairs. Moira, I'm assuming you rush up as well?
yeah, I keep an eye on her though.
All right, she looks hurt, but not to the degree that you were expecting. Fortunately.
I mean, I suspect it might have something to do with well, I'll keep it to myself.
So you said they both come upstairs?
Yes, but both Xander and Radiah, you two can see through this door perfectly well.
I do remember everything, right?
You remember everything, correct?
Okay. I will mumble a thank you, Moira, by the way.
I pat you on the back.
Do they meet us at the door or?
But
But
I pat her on the back, and I'm like, "Give me a wince if you think you might be being a turncoat again."
I'll just have Jasper tell you.
All right, I think me and Jasper have an understanding now.
Moira, I see things went good, I think.
I mean, I wouldn't say good, but it didn't go bad.
As you guys are
Could have gone worse.
Can I hold up a middle finger to Xander?
Listen, I was just trying to move you out of the way, all right?
Yeah, whatever.
While you banter about like this, I'm handing out potions for healing.
as you guys are
Something for
walking,
the if you're being smugged, something for a bruise, something for a headache, and something for my cut.
you're digging through your little bag, but you guys are very quickly interrupted by the scene before you. The ballroom up ahead. Amidst lavish upholstery, the exquisite ballroom is in complete silence, as the dozens of men and women therein watch the ambrosia being prepared and served, their gazes transfixed on the red glowing pudding. At the main table sits an elderly woman, her face hidden by a wide-brimmed black hat, draped with a mourner's veil. Not far from her, next to the crate from which the ambrosia is being dispensed, stands a man in dirty rags, holding 3 black dogs on a leash. The Falzoni mobsters all lick their lips, eager to consume the substance that would grant them another year of godlike power. Except, y'all kicked the door in, technically. So, both the mobsters, and all the guests slowly turn to this door. There's a weird...
So, what's the plan?
Are they looking at us?
Oh yeah, one of the mobsters.
Sorry to crash your party there, eh? You know, just perusing in your building.
They seem legitimately surprised that you're here. There are mobsters seated at every table, and very quickly they give a look of just, ugh. They all whip their heads back to the woman in the wide-brimmed hat. She gives them a quick nod, and they stand, some of them helping out the guests. The guests are very, very, very confused. Like I said, you guys see, I was nobles. You see a lot of rich folk, basically. They're attempting to shade their eyes from you as if they're like confused, like, what the hell's going on? Like, who are these people? They're trying to avert thine gaze as they are moving towards a room towards the northeast and the northwest. One past the man with the dogs, and one just north of you guys. Most of the mobsters are moving forward to look at you all, as if to say, like, what the hell are you all doing here?
I know who the old man with the dogs is, right?
I show him my press pass. I'm just kidding.
He was technically your working compatriot. He was to guard the inside, you were to guard the outside, and his vision pierces past all the guards directly to you, Roxanne. He looks incredibly disappointed.
So, unfortunately, your little setup you guys got going here, it's going to have to stop.
I'm going to warn them to be very careful of the old guy and his dogs.
So there's art of
lady.
There's art of the lady.
Oh.
And art of the older guy with the dogs.
Nice.
So he has dogs around him.
He has 3 dogs on leashes, separate leashes, standing in front of him. As he moves forward, the dogs lead the way. They are not puppies. All right, what do you all do? The mobster you smacked in front of the door is slowly crawling forward, just like, oh!
Do they look like normal dogs or a little evil?
Oh no, there's some funk to them. They're special. You can tell they're special. Literally just looking at them, there's something.
What did you say about the mobster in front of me?
They're crawling. They're out of the fight, so they're gone. The other mobsters look fine though, and there's plenty.
Is he in front of me though? Because I kicked him in the door or hit him in the door.
Yeah, you knocked them like 10 feet forward, and they're just like crawling along the floor. They hadn't finished handing all the food out, so yeah, very much so. Like a cat by the scruff.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him up by his collar.
All right, he's just like, oh.
So as you see, Roy, this is what's gonna happen if you guys don't, hand over your little special, whatever you want to call it, vials over there.
The room remains silent. They're clearly not impressed. For reference, there are quite a few of these mobsters. There were at least 20 or so in the room. Now there are definitely fewer, but the others will be back.
Now you want to talk, Xander? Now you want to talk?
Maybe. I'm feeling I'm feeling a little fresh, right? I'm feeling a little good about myself because I'll just beat up some people.
These guys aren't gonna listen. Just attack.
Oh, she said you hear that, Moira? You heard that, right? You heard that? Oi, you want me to do it? Okay. And I'm gonna chuck the dude in front of me, and I'm gonna do like a running start, and I'm gonna jump and like stab my sword into the ground, and I'm gonna send like electroshocks at the mobsters in front of us.
Alrighty, as you leap forward to do just that, all of the mobsters at the top kind of form one group, all the ones at the bottom form a second group. There were 6 total tables, and they've all been evacuated. All the rich folk are gone. It's just 2 groups currently of the enforcers, the old woman in the back just watching, and the man standing in front of these 3 crates of glowing material. As Xander moves in to do that, go ahead and roll me go toe-to-toe against one of these fools. Alrighty, excellent. And for reference, when a group is of a certain size, they take less damage and also do more damage. Because these ones are +2, I'm not going to be applying their other shield effectively, but they'll reduce damage by that much, basically. So I'll target this top one, and they'll be taking... What are you hitting them with?
Lightning, essentially.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to say shocked. I'll just say, like, singed. That way, when you guys damage them in general, that they can take more of that. That way, we can stack the damage. The lightning arcs out and shoots. There's quite a few here. There's like 6, 7. I say that there's 6 in this one group here. And and the lightning arcs out and strikes against them. They kind of move and spread in this small circle, but you knock one of them down, and they look back and have to say, okay. And now they're going to move forward. All of them begin to surround you as if to strike, and they're going to in just a second, Xander, so you can go and prepare a defense roll for that. What are the rest of you doing as you guys see Xander run in?
Okay, I do know how dangerous the guy with the dogs is, right?
Yes.
Can I do a shadow portal beneath his feet, and that takes him outside?
Oh, she's big worried.
You know it won't work in one attempt, but you can definitely try.
I'm gonna try. This guy's way more competent than I am.
He is full on paying attention to everything that you are doing, and you're attempting to basically yeet him out of here. I'll say you need to hit him with a certain number of status to get him gone. So roll, go toe to toe. Unfortunately, your headache will be -3. He also has alert 3, which won't be active because the highest of the two will take place. They're both 3, so they're equal.
All right. I'm gonna do move in the shadows. I like my army of shadows to help me with this.
Room is dimly lit for reference, so there's plenty of shadows to play with.
And can I give myself vertigo? Because of the headache?
Yes, that would make sense.
I'm gonna fail it anyway, so I might as well give myself a negative.
You also forgot to the -3, so you technically got a 0 there.
Aha.
Rip.
Alrighty, so go ahead and mark experience. You get experience regardless. You're trying to scoop him out of the room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. He can tell you're very much trying to do this. And you hear just a low, gravelly voice that just says, "Not so fast." And it's difficult to tell where it's coming from. It sounds like it's coming from his direction. But he takes a few steps forward and looking to the other group, he says, "Stop them. I'll guard the crates." And he moves forward a bit as if to get in your guys' way. And he's just kind of watching over the crates. The dogs take a wide spread stance in front of him. And
So
Roxanne,
if these things like morph into each other like Cerberus, I'm out.
something bad will happen in a moment. Radai and Moira, what are you doing?
Moira, you better turn into some like big Mothman. Come in here, spread your wings. Just kidding.
Actually, can
You haven't seen my final form yet.
Look, that is, we weren't going to talk about this soon, but I'm pretty sure I'm a werewolf, but like Mothman.
Moth Wolf.
Yeah.
Weremoth.
I have moth head, wolf body, wolf tail, moth wings. No human at all.
Spread some
boy.
wings, that'd be dope. I'm just saying.
Well, I do have a massive wingspan, actually.
You do?
I do. Let me.
Wait, can you actually turn into a hybrid version of Mothman, or
No, I just turned into Mothman.
oh, just straight like you can act like so like a real werewolf, but like Mothman werewolf.
Yeah. Well, that's like the monster part of the. Am I more monster than human?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you just were like you had the essence of Mothman, but you were always in human form.
So, not to get too into it, because we're in the middle of a battle, but Moira's conflict is that she fears being more monster than human, and so she tries not to give in to the physical aspects of her Mothman personality.
Okay.
So that's why she has stuff like massive wingspan and like the red eyes and all of that.
Excellent.
So,
Do you look like that in the chat when you turn to Mothman, or
let's see. Oh yeah, you betcha. But like sexy. I'm just kidding.
with some heels?
I mean, I see abs, so.
Yeah, it's how it is. Have you ever seen that Mothman statue in West Virginia?
Yes.
Yes.
The butt and the abs. That Mothman statue is ripped.
If you're making a statue, go for it.
Absolutely. So I think that she's gonna zoom over here. Oh my god, it's this lady again. No, is it that lady again?
Is this lady again?
Or is it just are you just reusing an icon?
Same tokens.
I'm using tokens, but we'll say yes, you do recognize the second group that's further away.
I zoom over.
Okay.
And I'm like, so we meet again.
She
and
smirks.
then I attack her.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me, go toe to toe as you move in. Remember, it's her and a group of others. Xander, by this point, you've basically been surrounded by all these guys, and they're going to move to strike you. Go ahead and roll me face danger against literally just being punched. They're surrounding you and just going for numbers against Xander.
How many are by Xander?
There's approximately 5 in each group, 5 or 6 in each group.
Are these guys supernatural in any way?
All of them are. No, okay. They're all supernaturally strong, but not supernatural. So you know they get the strength from the food.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Remember to use smacked 2 when you get whacked. So they're building off on that.
So I'm going to. You said they're surrounding me.
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, you shocked it and moved in quickly, so they surrounded you.
Still have bruised one, right?
I'm using like my magic shield to bubble me, like a bubble jump, and I'm gonna parkour out of there.
Okay. Also, yeah. So basically, whenever you guys do something physical, you always use your damage, always. And yes, obviously, there's a -1 and -2. But you always have to use that unless you do something different. So if you try to scare somebody, Moira, bruise doesn't make any sense.
Well, I am trying to scare her. Or I'm trying to scare
Boo.
them.
Bitch.
So I'm going to uncheck that.
Yeah, definitely. You're able to completely avoid that. You rolled a 10, Mr. Xander. So yes, you do indeed parkour your way over the group. All 5 of them kind of swing. One of them misses and smacks to the ground. And you can see like the tile explode as you vault over and then kind of go, oh shit. And you land by some of the chairs. The walker looks impressed, just kind of goes, huh.
You know, you always thought you were going to hit me, right? But not going to happen.
And Roxanne, and I guess also Moira. The hard move, I'm creating a timer that's on backup 2. Once that backup gets to a certain number, backup will arrive. When I say backup, I mean a lot of backup. Far more than there's currently in this room.
What you're telling me right now, GM,
yes.
Master of Ceremonies,
yes,
is that this is a lose-lose.
Not necessarily lose-lose. You've already distracted and made everyone leave. You can tell the food hasn't been eaten just yet. It's being doled out as of current.
What do you mean by being doled out?
They were handing out the food as you guys walked in. They've been
Everybody's left, though.
Everyone's gone. They've been eating regular food this entire time. And they just now started basically handing out the good stuff.
Oh my god, it was in the apple pie the whole time.
I know what I want to do.
My inquiry is, what is our objective here? Are we trying to, of course, obviously stop them from eating that stuff, but do we want this stuff destroyed?
As a
What's your
pastry
idea?
chef, Radiah, I think that you should get your dragon to creme brulee all of them.
I agree. Just blast
That's what
it
I'm
all.
wondering. Do we want this stuff destroyed?
Yes.
Well, we don't want them to deal it on the streets of LA.
On that note, I want to send all my shadows to start tossing food and drinks to the ground.
I'm like, torch it, Radiah!
All right, your shadows move
Now,
out.
I do have an inquiry. Can I hand a little flask to Jasper to have him go take a little sampling so I can detect what it's made out of?
Yes.
You want me to drink the super soldier serum?
Jasper.
No, I said Jasper, not
Jasper.
Xander.
Oh, I was like,
I want him to go grab me a sample.
In fact, any one of my shadows will do that for you.
Okay.
Yes. Roxanne, since your move didn't follow through and you two were kind of hanging back for Radiah, I won't have you roll for that. Jasper will take it, and before you just start destroying the table, he will try to basically collect as much as he possibly can. Moira, though, for the hard move, for whatever reason, your fear is not working. It's almost as if maybe they're scared of something greater. Go ahead and burn your tag Unsettling Aura.
Not my unsettling aura. Oh.
And
It
the
makes
group,
a little burning sound.
it does.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
The group then moves in towards you. Radiah, you've been ruminating. What's your plan? What are you doing?
Okay. Well, it sounds like there is a vote being done. So, I hop up on the back of my dragon. We take to the air in the room, and we cross and angle down to dual fire breath those pots of stuff in the middle of the room.
You're going for ones in the back?
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me. Take the risk. As you hop up on Dragon, you won't need to use cut because it's the dragon doing this and it's physically moving, so you're good.
Hop up on pop.
Hop on pop. As you mount up on Dragon and begin to move forward, The walker in the back can see what you're doing, and he moves in to get ready to defend. He's paying sharp attention.
What else do I have? Do I have anything in my alchemy toolkit that enhances stuff? I don't imagine it's very light in here for the solar power dragon, is it?
It's not, no. It's a dim light in here.
All right. I just said that's that.
All right.
I think that's all I can use anyway.
A 12! You do it somehow. And, Radiah, you do as you fly past all the riffraff on the bottom, on the back of Dragon. The walker is ready, though. And as you fly by, your flames buffet and begin to burn these crates. He quickly jumps back and closes 2 of them, but you can tell that you've done pretty irreparable damage to the third, and he seems very unhappy and he's now focused on you, Radiah. As you guys are all seeing this, Jasper's collecting nonsense. Moira, you are being surrounded by thugs. I think I'll move them closer to signify that. And the other thugs aren't moving towards Roxanne. You completely played them the fool, Xander, so they're going to start moving towards you, but they are indeed further away because you did a wonderful flip. And he just calls out again, hold them here. They can't destroy the goods. He's now focused on you, Radiah.
You know, you talk a lot, Mr. Dogman.
All right, who's doing what?
I've got something for the mobsters.
Okay.
Pretty much, hold on. I'm going to do a little spell with my hands. I'm going to hold up my hand to my mouth, and I'm pretty much going to shoot fire out of my mouth, kind of like a flamethrower, and I'm gonna like shoot fire at all the guys.
Excellent. Roll me go toe to toe.
Since this is ranged, do I have to use smack still, or?
I'll say because you're in a good position for this one, no. Otherwise, yes, you would. Alrighty, more flameo. We'll add +2 to that singed. And your fire burns across them. They kind of pause for a second, and you can see one of them effectively took the entire just brunt of the attack. The others, 2 and 2, move left and move right. One of them jumps up on the table and is basically getting ready to drop an elbow on you, Xander. Go ahead and roll me face danger. Already a 10, you're able to sidestep just at the last second, and you parry his elbow with a magical shield as he just grinds down it, smashes it into the ground, blowing the chair up next to him. You sidestep the other 2 that also go to swing at your head, and surrounded by 4 of them now, they are definitely going for broke, but they're seeming to miss with every strike.
I'm gonna turn to the old lady. I'm like, is this who you hire? These blokes? This is laughable.
She's just smiling at you.
Good.
All right, Roxanne, what you got?
I can just use my shadow powers to move him without help from my assistants, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna try that again.
Okay.
Actually, are there any yeah, I'll try to get him away.
All right, same thing as last time. I will, before you do that, I'll lower your headache by 1. So it's only headache 2.
Can I pick myself with light sensitivity because of my headache now?
Yeah, I mean, the room is lit relatively well.
Go toe to toe again?
Yes, you are trying to impose a status to get him out of the room. Excellent. All right, make sure you mark experience. Oh, you didn't do the thing.
I forgot. So -2, 9?
Yep, that is indeed a 9. You can pick one of those things, which is a status. We'll go ahead and throw that on him. We'll just call it Shadow Warp 1. So the tendrils are beginning to kind of lick at his feet and get around him, but this dude is going to be very, very difficult to move. And not only that, you have his full attention as of current.
I mean, even if I can get his feet stuck in the floor, that's a start.
Indeed. With a very quick pull and whip of the leashes, he is dragged forward at a fairly ridiculous speed and effectively bounces off this table and begins charging towards you, Roxanne. And he passes a glance to the group in front of you, Moira, and says, have you split off and get them out of here quickly? And
who's he talking to?
The group in front of Moira.
Oh my god. Can I attack them? Can I continue moving on?
You can very much intend to stop them, yes.
How many guys are left in front of me?
There's 4 dudes in front of you, so the group is getting smaller.
There was 6?
There were 6, yeah. And then now the group in front of Moira split into 2.
How goes my shadow's manual labor?
They're running around just smashing shit.
What should I do here? Go toe to toe?
Yeah, if you're trying to attempt to stop them from doing a thing, that's go toe to toe.
Yeah. I'm not rolling well.
A 10, that's
today.
great.
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot. I thought I rolled a 7.
Oh, technically,
because I forgot to go down.
Technically, you rolled a 9 because of the bruised, but that's still really solid.
Oh, that's right. I did have that.
Indeed. But you can still manage to achieve your goal, which is basically temporarily stop them. That's what you're going to go for?
Yeah.
All right. You can also technically do damage if you wish. Up to you.
Can I do both?
You can only do one.
Then I'm going to stop them.
Alrighty. So I'll keep this group close by. How are you stopping them exactly? What are you doing?
Were they turning around?
They were turning to move away from you, yes.
I'm going to sweep them all in the knees.
Okay. You go for a sweep and you knock like 2 of them over. Not enough to really hurt them. They really quickly regain their footing. And you can tell they're like half. Do we continue trying to go back there or do we fight this girl? But with a quick glance from the guy, they like, oh, okay, yeah. So they're very clearly still intent on going to the back of the room. And Moira, go ahead and roll me face danger as the second group goes to strike out against you. A chair is lifted and swung.
Oh, God. I guess me?
Yes, yeah, you're rolling face danger.
Oh, God. I don't know why I had to ask that just to be sure. Me had a moment of doubt.
And then while she's just doing that, Radiah, go ahead and think of what you're doing next.
I don't really got a lot here. I used too much.
Already the full status. This one is indeed going to hurt a wee bit. That's a 3 status. As she just grabs this chair and with a quick spin, just smashes it against your head. And you slide back as they kind of move in and the other one's getting ready to leave, but cannot because you indeed stopped them and they're still in the process of getting up. But she's following up, pushing you further and further away from the back of the room.
I'm gonna look over to Moira back. Hey Moira, you okay?
Nope. And that's all I say.
Pulling wood splinters out of your hair.
Yep.
All right, Radiah, on Dragon, what do you do?
So what were those things in? You
Boxes,
said you closed the lid on them to protect 2 of them.
Yes.
Close the lid. What kind of container are they in?
They're metal containers.
Metal. Well, on the back of a dragon, I cast a spell to make a sort of volcanic fire geyser to come up from the ground beneath them.
Very nice.
Ooh.
All right, they cannot defend themselves. Go ahead and roll with hit it with all you got.
Wait, I thought the dog guy was protecting them. He just doesn't care anymore.
Oh no, he's gonna go kill Roxanne.
Oh, nice.
Oh dear God.
So
I think I could just cast spell. Because I'm still in the back of the dragon, but he's not really helping, maybe?
Correct, yeah. He's not really doing anything. You're basically just casting your spell. Realistically, if you want to use your alchemy supplies in conjunction, if you have something that will help, you can fully justify that. You have your toolkit, so...
Yeah. Maybe I do have something in my bag to help amplify this.
Yeah, basically. Something to help.
Sprinkle some gunpowder down there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, some oomph. Oomph to the fire.
Okay. Then hit buttons.
Already hard. Not the best roll. We got a 5. Hard move it is. You're attempting to cast the spell, and it's not really listening. It's almost as if the ground shakes and rumbles and that this volcano is getting ready to form, but there's some form of interference or something. And you feel a chill run down your spine, and you know something is staring directly at you, and it does not want you to be doing that.
Anybody else feel that?
Can we tell from which direction?
what are you doing over there?
Can she tell from which direction?
From behind her. And when this happens, Radiah, the chill causes you to drop your alchemy toolkit. So go ahead and burn that tag. Precious materials shatter to the floor. As you see, Roxanne, one of the dogs was looking at Radiah. And he moves forward, and you notice that the leashes on these dogs are really long. So one of the dogs begins charging at Radiah, while 2 of them are moving towards you, Roxanne. He's kind of just chilling back here.
I'm afraid of this guy.
Am I able to do something to the mobsters?
Whoever can think of something first, yes.
Yeah, I have I have something.
All right, go for it, Roxanne. Whatever you're planning, load
So
that sucker.
I'm gonna look at them, right, and I'm gonna be like, I learned this from a shark girl. I'm gonna like do magic with a magic symbol with my hand, and I'm gonna like press on the floor, and I'm gonna try to raise like a wall of water and trap them in like a square of water around them to get all 4 of them stuck.
Sure. That's
I'm gonna
definitely
pull a shark lady.
that's definitely changed the game if we're trying to, get him with water. We can add a tag for that. Roll well, my friend. And I won't have you use your smacked. Actually, say that this is relatively large, go ahead and use the big constructs need to be written down weakness tag for magic sorcerer, and then make sure you mark experience after you roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna when I pretty much I'm gonna like quickly draw like a thing on the floor. I'm gonna press my hand on it to do my little alchemy.
Do you clap first?
Yes.
Excellent. Alrighty, with a 10. So we're creating a story tag, which is basically water wall, and we're trying to scale up to affect multiple guys.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I'll throw that on them, and I'll call it
Now I don't have to worry about them for a little bit.
water wall. All right, that can be invoked one time before it goes away, but they're all affected by it.
Hey Moira, look, I'm the shark lady.
That's pretty funny, actually.
They seem incredibly confused. One of the tables actually gets pushed
I'll allow
back,
it.
and some of the food actually gets knocked off.
Say I'll allow it.
Yeah.
All right, Roxanne, you sound like you had a plan.
I assume his intent to kill me is pretty obvious, right?
The dogs, yes. He's very blankly just looking at the room.
Can I have my spirits stop holding back to attack this guy in order to defend me?
You very much can. What's your intended outcome?
To take him out of the situation even for a few minutes so we can escape? Or finish the fights and escape?
Okay. If you want to basically, I guess, yeet him elsewhere so you can escape.
Yeah.
Okay, that would definitely be stop holding back. I was going to say, if you burn a tag, your roll basically automatically succeeds. It gives you 7 plus 3. So that's something you can do, but you have to keep rolling, of course. If you obviously go for the latter, then that is something you can also do.
Yeah, but even if I rolled well, it'd only take him, not his dogs, right?
They're all one unit, but it would take multiple rolls.
So multiple burn tags?
If you keep failing, yes, unfortunately.
Then I might as well just keep holding. I might as well stop holding back.
Yes, that's perfectly fine. So with this one, we'll just say it's significant. Anything higher than that is spicy. Because it's bad, but not the worst thing ever. You're basically just CCing him, effectively removing him from the throwdown. You don't select tags. You literally just pick stop holding back and significant.
And I want to use the boy who is not light can't exist without dark, since my shadows are protecting me. Is that fine?
You very much can, yes. That would make sense. Alrighty. With a 9, you achieve what you were trying to do, mark fade and crack and burn all power tags on that theme. So you mark fade on the boy who is, and you burn all the power tags. Ouch, but you're still going to succeed. You're effectively going to banish him to the Shadow Realm for long enough that it's convenient. What's that look like?
You know how in Harry Potter, all the dead people just merge in on Voldemort in order to, knock him down to let Harry escape in the 4th movie?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Wait, can you say that again?
You remember in the 4th movie after Cedric dies? Spoilers.
if it's still a spoiler for you, I'm sorry, that's your problem.
And his mom says, "Let go, let go," and all the spirits rush at Voldemort to distract him long enough for Harry to grab the goblet and escape.
Yes, I understand perfectly. Thank you.
All right, the dogs being Voldemort and the goblet being the drugs, I guess.
As one does.
As one does. Yes. When you say your shadows, do you mean the ones that are causing mischief, or do you mean like your general weaker shadow army? Is Jasper staying back?
No,
yeah.
Yeah, I think Jasper's leading the charge.
Yeah, because that's the one, the boy who is. Good point.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean Jasper's gonna die?
No.
No, he's already dead.
Okay.
He's going to be temporarily unavailable, though. So.
So he's gonna be the boy who lived.
Yeah.
Basically.
Sort of.
Sort of, in a roundabout way.
Jasper
the boy who didn't really live.
He did for 19 years. Jasper and the other shadows basically dogpile this guy, and the ground swirls as shadow tendrils rip up, grabbing onto him, pulling him back. He does not look at you, Roxanne. He's just kind of looking at the room. All the dogs, though, turn and snarl at you as they're slowly pulled into this shadow void. I'm going to keep headache on you for shadow void. One more action, because I was going to have the dogs do something, but I think a good trade-off is you using that and just kind of holding the headache.
That's fine.
And the room darkens for a moment as this happens. The guards also pause. The woman in the back looks somewhat surprised. And you hear kind of a laughter dancing across the room coming from her direction. She seems amused. Moira and Radiah, what do you do? Radiah, there's no longer a dog looking to eat you. So, yay.
Right. I don't know what I do other than rejoice that I'm not.
Are they still around me?
Oh, yeah. They paused for a second after he got sucked away, but they look right back to you. They're not going to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, God. I mean, I guess there's nothing I can do, but keep fighting.
And try molting the things again, Radiah. I don't know if Hub reminded us yet, but just because attack doesn't exist means you can still use magic and stuff without the tags.
The only exception is what Roxanne just did. She literally unsummoned Jasper to do that. Alrighty, so you're just going toe-to-toe to smack one of these?
Oh, I accidentally did face danger.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. A 9 is still a 9. We know how that do.
Yeah. I want to... actually... I've already said that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'll do.
All right, perfect. You are surrounded by about 3 of these. One of them is going to run off, and they're moving past you, Radiah. They're clearly moving over to the crates. The second group, at least. The group that's near Xander, they look like they're trying to get out of this water wall, but good job, you've kind of paused them for a second so they can't get out of the water wall. But the second group is trying to stop Moira while also eyeballing Roxanne. You're able to quickly throw a few jabs and dodge left and right and dip and dive and all that good stuff, Moira. But unfortunately, because there's so many of them, they are indeed able to surround you. Go ahead and roll me actual face danger. Actually, no, don't roll me face danger. Instead, they're just going to basically meet you head on and slowly maneuver you to the back of the room. So they're trying to separate you from your friends, basically.
Yeah, I want to move towards Roxanne if I can.
Well, are they actually showing me their back?
They're half paying attention to you, Roxanne.
Then I
actually wait,
and swing it at them.
Wait.
No, a plate.
Do I see Roxanne getting ready to do something?
Potentially.
I'm definitely eyeballing the table.
If I see her getting ready to do something, I'm going to make sure their attention is on me.
All right, that very much works. While Roxanne's preparing to do this, Radiah, what do you do?
Far away is that person from me or that table?
They are effectively ignoring you and running by you to get the crates. They're a good 5-10 feet from you. They haven't passed you just yet, but they're about to.
Well, they haven't passed me just yet. How far up in the sky am I here? How big was my dragon?
I'd say you're at 10 feet up.
Dragon's tail, no, 10 feet? Maybe I can't tail whip her out of the way.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay. Being up above, see her coming, I tap the dragon to tail whip her out of the way.
Excellent.
It's like across the room into the wall or something.
Yeah. Go to and smack her. It's a group of 3.
Sorry, go Toto, you said?
Yep. Get to wumpin'.
I think that's all I've got.
Nice. All right, here's a great example. So you can choose 2 of those. You have 3. If you want to do damage, you can. And the question we asked before, I also want to do something. You can both damage them and knock them back.
Okay.
So you can go and select those 2. All right, it is reduced because they're a group. But as they're running past you, Radiah, effectively paying you no mind, the dragon has a quick tail whip, smacks all of them just across the body, and they go hurtling, smashing into the table and almost completely upending it. They don't retaliate, but they turn their attention to you, and then back over to the crates. So they are very much torn, but you can tell they're going to go back for the crates after they get back up. Moira and Roxanne, you guys sound like you had a combo ready, so let's go ahead and resolve that. Roxanne, you're grabbing a plate to smash the enforcers with, and Moira, you want to distract them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Moira, roll change the game, and then Roxanne, depending on how she resolves that, go ahead and roll go toe to toe. Whatever you want to roll that's good for like distracting, Moira, however you want to do that.
Guess I can't use unsettling aura anymore.
It's just a settling aura.
After they go, I'll have something.
It's
I want to
calming.
do.
It makes you feel peaceful.
Exactly, which is the opposite of what we want.
I really don't have anything.
That's fine.
What's the lighting like in here?
It is right down the center.
Well,
There's like 3 chandeliers. And there were lots of candles, but y'all knocked them out, so.
I have to use. Do I have to use bruise?
No, because this one you're probably just using your powers, like ooh, ooga booga, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So we'll just say they are distracted. Distracted / feared. As the visage of Mothman is released. Roxanne, you're just smashing with plate?
Yeah.
All right, do you have any tags for physically attacking people besides the surprise from behind?
No.
Okay. I am going to... I'll give it to you after the roll. I'm going to give you +1 for plate. So go ahead and select Moira's distracted, obviously the headache, and I'll give you +1 after the roll.
Oh, I see it.
And go ahead and roll, hit it with what you got, since they don't see you.
Distracted is not letting me click it.
That's fine. Just, I'll give you +2 then. All right, plus plate, plus distracted, you rolled an 8. Are we going for damage, or are we going to do something?
Is stunning them and damaging the same thing?
No, they're currently OW1. If you damage them, that'll go to OW2. If you stun them, they'll be temporarily distracted and probably looking towards you to damage you instead of Moira.
Then I wish to damage.
All right, we'll go with that. All right, what does this look like? How does this look like with your plate?
I just come up behind, plate over my head and smash down.
All right, you just hear this plate shatter and ooh! As one of them kind of falls limp. They're not knocked out, but they're very clearly hurt, and they look at you like, what the hell? And they're trying to balance their attention between you and Moira. And Xander, you have these guys trapped in a water wall up ahead of you. What do you do?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pretty much everybody stuck in my little water square, and I'm going to electrify them.
Excellent, go for it. And if you can't select water wall, I'll give you a +1 after.
Is it go toe to toe or?
I'll say because they're trying to actively get out and you're instantly following up on it, go ahead and roll hit with what you got. You gotta scroll a bit to see what you haven't rolled with yet.
Yeah, I can't use water wall.
That's fine.
It's coming up as red.
Yep, I'll just give you a +1. I'm not really sure why those don't work. It's very weird. So you can't use spell casting because you use that to make it. You can't use Eye of Azar because you use that to make it too. And energy-based constructs. Now you can burn a tag to automatically get a success.
Yeah, but burning tag means I can't use that tag anymore.
Correct, yes. Like I said, totally up to you. I think with the water, you'll basically be rolling with a +1, but you won't need to worry about the smacked.
I'm gonna reach my arms out, kind of like I'm gonna do like finger pistols, pretty much,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna like shoot like lightning bolts out of my finger, like just like a energy lightning and or whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Excellent. Alrighty, and with a 9, you give the target an appropriate status of your choice with tier 2, and then you choose 1. What extra thing would you like? More damage?
Yeah.
All right, more damage, considering they reduce damage because they're a group. Very smart. All right, that will bring them up to singed 3. And I'm just going to reduce this this group down to a single individual, as they have been womboed quite a bit.
Wait, so that took out 2 of them?
It took out all of them except for 1, and he is on his last legs. It looks like he used the other 2 as like a shield, and you see him just drop the other 2, and he looks directly at you, Xander, just points at you.
Where the other 3 like drowned?
Their bodies are smoking, and they're completely soaked.
Nah.
All right, and then you just you hear from the distance, the mistress says, "They'll be here soon. No need to be impatient." And I'll increase the backup up to backup 3.
You need a hush over there, right?
Do I know who she is?
Gazing in her general direction for a second, Roxanne, you actually recognize her as probably the lady of the house. Her name is Alessandra Falzone. As I mentioned, you've seen her on TV before.
And did you say there's more backup on the way?
Yes, there has been backup on the way for a little while. They are currently securing the rich folk, but they're on the way. And you hear somewhat of a rumbling from a distance. You can tell that these doors, when closed, completely block out sound. But
wait. So it blocks out sound, but we can still hear something?
One of the doors was cracked open, so you can hear footsteps from a distance. They will be here relatively soon.
Radaya, focus on the crates and let's get out of here!
Yeah, we gotta get getting.
As you shout that, the enforcer's running over to grab said crates. Xander has zapped these dudes with one remaining, and Roxanne, you can feel something pulling at you, pulling at your core, trying to break out. You can tell he won't be gone for very long.
Can I pick up a chair and smash it into the people attacking Mora?
You can. They are now paying attention, but you can very much go ahead and do that. You can go toe-to-toe.
Well, if they're paying attention, no more surprise from behind. My everyone remember tags are more defensive. Right, no pluses for me. I whiff that chair and it smashed into the ground.
It would, but he catches it.
Oh, dear God.
Turns it. And then go ahead and roll me face danger, Roxanne.
Moira, now's your chance.
Yeah, can I help?
Help defend?
Yeah, or hit them while they're attacking her.
You very much can. I'll let you roll go toe-to-toe because there's a multiple and they are currently split. So go ahead and roll that, and depending on the outcome, don't roll just yet, Roxanne. We'll see how that plays out. So you'll have to use your bruise status as well, unfortunately. I use my press pass.
I use it to slice their jugular.
Alrighty, excellent. Let's see. You're trying to primarily distract them to help Roxanne, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say that succeeds. And while they're moving closer to you, Moira, Roxanne, roll face danger, but give yourself a +1. I'll give you a +1 after.
Okay, hang on. What am I doing?
You went to hit someone with a chair. He said no. Caught the chair. He's going to smack you with it now. Roll face danger. Whatever tags you have, I'll give you a +1 on top of that because Moira's trying to distract him and assist you.
All right, I'm going to use aware every time to move around me to figure out which way he's going to smack me with it.
Okay. Excellent. +1 brings you to a 7. All right, this will normally hurt a lot. Instead, it only hurts. Oh, well, okay, you already have a headache. Ha ha ha. That's unfortunate. So we'll lower the headache just to 1 now, but we'll give you a new status. Yay! And we'll reduce it by 1. We'll just call it Ooch. Good old tier 2 Ooch. As Moira, you're able to distract the dude as he swings the chair. Maybe you like throw off a few punches and kicks, and he kind of pivots his body and loses his center mass. So all of his muscles aren't in this swing. Roxanne, you're able to dodge, but not fully, as he smashes the chair against one of your legs as you kind of roll out of the way.
Wait, so I lost a headache but gained 2 Ooches?
The Ooch is physical pain, headache. It was the debuff from being mind controlled, and that should be gone soon.
But they're still both debuffs.
Correct. You only take the one that's the worst, or appropriate for the current, roll. So you have physical pain, you have a headache. So basically the 2 that are the worst. But one will be gone.
Radaya, give your dragon a fireball or something.
You think he needs a fireball? He is fireball.
No, I mean like a spicy candy to make his fireball extra spicy.
I know it.
Oh, like the literal candies.
Yeah.
The kid's gone, so I guess what else do I got in here? What else is in the bag? Because the kit's gone.
All right, as you're digging around, the enforcer's running to go pick up. There's multiple enforcers, to remind you, and they're all running to pick up these crates, and they're strong enough to pick these up and just run with them.
Oh, no.
So Dragon is ready, right? What you doing?
I am just going to try another fire breath, firewall, dual fire breath, and yes, see if I can have something in my bag, like some sort of cayenne pepper or something.
Sure. They are, they're following orders, so hit it with all you got as opposed to go toe-to-toe. They're only half paying attention. Go fierce dragon. Go fierce dragon.
I think that's everything. Looking for cayenne pepper, or ghost peppers, or ghost pepper powder. I don't know. Fierce dragon, fire breath for us both.
Pepper powder.
Aimed at them crates.
11! Alrighty, you can choose 2 of those things. What would you like to choose? There's a lot going on there. Basically, you can defend yourself, you can add 1 more tier of harm, you can control collateral damage, you can basically pull aggro from them, hold their attention, or you can get 1 juice, which can let you create tags.
Well, I'd like to get the objective done, so I'm not sure which one that is. I do want to try to
Probably-
control some collateral damage because I just nuked fire breath.
Yeah, and probably get them good, right?
Yes, so doing more damage, and we'll say, yeah, those will be very solid. Basically, control collateral damage to aim, and just do more of said damage. Was this a fireball or like a lava eruption? How are you describing this? Because you are fully going to succeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just like maybe they used a little bit too much hot pepper business there. So yeah, it became a lava like fireball fire breath.
Excellent. No such thing
fire
as
breath, and then became a fireball and just melted the space.
beautiful.
Yes, beautiful.
No such thing as too much spicy. You just completely destroy one of these crates. The enforcer's barely able to dodge out of the way. I'll actually throw one harm on them as their group is kind of shuffling about, and they are sticking to their objective, and they're grabbing some of these crates, and they're able to get a few of them, and they just are booking it out the door, basically. There are a few crates indeed left, but you guys hear the footsteps growing louder and louder. You guys can see the enforcers in front of you guys are fairly weakened by this point, and you've destroyed all the tables are flipped. Your shadows are basically done doing their nonsense.
We've succeeded in diminishing their supply. Let's go.
Next to the other set of crates, you actually see the ground begin to tremble and crack, and you see light beginning to eke out from this crack. And Roxanne, the brighter this light gets, you can feel the room heating up, and you can feel that pang in your heart pulling tighter and tighter.
We gotta go now.
So all the crates are destroyed, or
Some of them are destroyed. A group of the Underworld Enforcers are running out with some of them, and then there's some left behind.
But possibly with the intensity of the heat surrounding them most, they're not in their primest condition,
Ooh, good point.
or not.
You
Do
can't
we
tell.
know that yet?
The crates are closed, so you can't tell, but the crates do indeed look damaged. You completely obliterated a set of crates, though. There's a whole bunch back here.
I think you should set the entire house ablaze.
did you said that these guys are running?
Yes, they're booking it out the door.
Can I try to shoot them with something before they do that?
You very much can, but you know back here something is going to happen.
So, what's this exit plan? Something's happened to those set crates.
What floor are we on?
First floor. You guys know the exit is basically right by Alessandra Falzoni. That's where everybody came in through.
Is that where the rumbling is coming from?
Well, there's rumbling as in footsteps coming from the northern doors, and then there's rumbling coming from the fireplace across the way near the remaining crates as the ground is cracking open and heat is eking out.
Do I use hit them with all you got, or
If you're attempting to attack them, then yes.
So there's no windows for us to jump through?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of windows. To the south is just pure window. All window, all the time.
All right. I want to point at the window. Run! And grab Moya and Jasper. Oh, I guess pick up a chair and smash it.
These poor chairs.
Actually, how about you just hold me up in front of you and I'll kick through the window?
I don't need to hold you up for that.
Can I kick through the window?
I guess I pop them in the back.
Alrighty, as all that is going on, you're able to. What do you shoot at them, Xander?
Just another like spirit gun shot.
All right, you're actually able to blast this group, and with an 8, you strike all of them, and they're all completely knocked out as they're going through this door. They actually eat shit and they drop the crates, and one of them kind of spills open, and they fall over to the side. The other ones see that, and the one that was headed towards you, Xander, the one that was headed towards you is kind of running that direction now, and he's like half ignoring you. The one that was entangled with you, Moira, now that you guys are kicking open the window, also runs over there to handle the crates. Xander, which direction are you running? The ladies are going
guys that ate shit
through the window. You sure? To remind you, the ground is literally opening up right over there, and 2 of the enforcers are already going there. One of the enforcers being right next to you. You're going to face danger a couple times if you go this way. You know that much. You're going to be surrounded by danger.
Okay. Who is this again?
That is the mistress of the house. She's just watching.
She's just chilling there, even though everything's like on fire.
She's just chilling.
Is she literally that meme where it's like, I'm fine?
Basically.
But
She's not normal because she's amused by us.
So Roxanne and Moira are currently going out a window.
Yes, and Xander, you Xander, looking at the situation, you know that the enforcers are going to pick these up and the remaining ones, and you saw the ground cracking open over here, and there's a ton of heat coming from the floor and light. You very much can go over here. It's just you know it's dangerous, so it's risky, but you can come over here.
Can I, before I join the group, can I try to shoot a spell at the box to put like a magical seal on it?
You can, since you're moving towards the box and basically acting back to back. First, I'll have you roll to face danger for the enforcer that was next to you. The one that dropped his allies and basically pointed at you.
So I'm going to see him like as I'm running or whatever.
All right, you are going to have to use your smacked. That's still an 8, which is good. He pulls out a rather large knife, though, and you're able to mostly dodge, but he gets a pretty gnarly slash along your arm. It cuts into your, sadly, cuts into your nice little, your jacket there, and he's very clearly pursuing you. You want to cast a spell to seal these.
Yeah.
As you begin to do that, the ground cracks open even further. One of the enforcers is kind of moving towards the other crates. The other one is going to be moving towards you, basically following you. He's not really sure what you're doing. You see the ground cracking open, and you hear this deep, guttural growling as you see one of the dogs begin to slowly emerge from this hole in the ground, and flames begin to lick up as the crack grows larger and larger. Go ahead and roll me. I'll just say roll, take the risk.
This is the lock the cases with my magic?
Effectively, yes. Considering you're planning on leaving, I don't really see the point in creating a story tag with change the game, so take the risk sounds good to me.
Well, I mean, this like affects like what we do for the rest of the campaign, right?
Effectively, yeah. I mean, these are no bueno. We want them gone. You've destroyed a good portion of them, and you completely interrupted the meal. So, excellent. Alrighty. With a 10, you do it. Somehow, it does indeed take you a second, but you're able to seal the ones that fell. The ones back here, unfortunately, this one dude grabs and begins running to the north.
Pretty much, you'll see the these glowing like symbols kind of like wrap around the boxes, and unless you're like a good sorcerer, you're gonna have a very hard time getting into those.
Excellent. And with that,
I'm gonna head towards the window, by the way.
Perfect. Okay. I was about to say, where do you head after that? As you cast your spell and dive over to the window, the enforcer with the giant blade slashes out at you, taking a massive chunk out of the plush chair that's next to you. He looks over to the cases, not entirely sure what's going on. He looks to the set of dogs and instantly goes for the cases as opposed to following you. He also runs out the door. All 3 dogs by this point, you guys have smashed through the windows. How'd you get through the window, Bridiah? On dragon?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And his wings buffeted open a thing, and I went swooping out.
Hell yeah. After all that happens, basically you're alone here, Xander, as you see another one of the doors burst open, and you can't count how many enforcers you see. At least 10 standing in the entryway, and they start marching towards you, as you see the walker also march towards you.
I'm gonna parkour out the window.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna actually go ahead and say, I'm gonna say roll face danger, and this will be basically combined with you getting out. And this danger is the dogs diving at you.
You said they're diving at me?
Yes. Fangs bared, snarling.
They're supernatural, right?
Oh yeah. Excellent. Alrighty. As they chomp out, every paw pad that strikes the floor burns and singes a path towards you, Xander. Fortunately, you're able to flip past them, almost being able to sense where they're going to strike before they do. And you dive out of the way and through the window, along with your friends who were already on the way out. And as you all run, standing at the window, see a man staring at you, but his glare seems blank. Seems emotionless. The 3 dogs, though, are watching you very, very carefully. And as the 3 of you run off into the night, knowing that we have indeed succeeded, none of the underworld enforcers got to have their meal. None of the rich folk got to have theirs either. We completely stopped this meeting.
I mean, only for tonight, but hey,
it's a start.
It's a start.
They've got to reorganize.
Oh yeah, you know that. Plus, this from what you gather, these might not be able to be consumed at any time. There's a possibility you guys did more damage than you think you did. What is your guys' immediate reaction after having, knowing you've ruined these plans? Roxanne.
I just want to go home and sleep.
You want to go home and chill? That works. Moira.
Look, I gotta put some arnica on these bruises.
That is fair.
But honestly, I do love the thrill of the game. So I'm feeling good.
Excellent. Radiah.
I'm just relieved we got out of there relatively all in one piece.
Although, actually, sorry, I would just like to say that I think we should all take Radiah out for the whole burning thing.
Like kill her? Okay.
No.
Take me out. What?
Take her out.
for the MVP award?
For the MVP award, not like the murdering thing.
I was going to say my friends, but wait.
She knows too much.
You guys, why?
If she knows too much. She's gotta go.
I'm just relieved everybody got out of there in one piece.
Excellent.
Relatively.
Yeah, well, I mean...
bruises, cuts, whatever, headaches, bonks, owies.
Well, we lost some blood, but no limbs are missing. And, Mr. Xander.
I guess I'm going to talk to my father and tell him about the dog man and take a little rest because I'm bruised or schwacked.
Smacked around a little bit.
And with that, we will indeed pause the game as we have completed, after like 8 sessions, the intro quest of City of Mist, the Shark Tank. Congratulations, everyone. I know, right? There's that's why sometimes you have to take the terms intro with a grain of salt. Sometimes take a wee bit longer than you were expecting. But yes, we'll pause there. Shall we continue this game? Not sure. We'll have some discussions next week. I had a ton of fun. We'll iron some kinks out and such. Y'all definitely need to take some rests, level, grab some things. Moira, I know you. I know you leveled. I think so. I think.
Kit.
Yeah,
I did level. Yeah.
Yeah. So did Radiah. So we got that too. We're doing pretty damn solid. But until then, we'll see you all soon.
Bye.